Hello, my darlings. How are we? We are starting off today with Mistress and the Darkness. How are we today?
Good evening, Mistress. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. How are you today?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I've had an annoying day, but a good day.
Why was it annoying?
The technology that we set up for the recorded interview failed.
Oh, God. Fuck. I hate technology. It's no fun. No fun at all.
Yes, technology. It recorded 10 seconds,
Only 10 seconds.
only 10
And then it just
seconds,
turned off.
and it just switched itself off. So we've got to
Mm.
investigate why.
Mm. Do you get another chance?
I'm going to have to ask for another chance, which is a difficult thing.
Just beg. It'll be fine.
hmm
It seems to
and
work.
we're on it. Looks like we're on ad at the moment.
Oh, are we? That's good.
Yep.
I think
2 seconds remaining, and second ad, 15 seconds.
Oh, well, there you go. So I have no idea because some of them will see the ads, some of them won't. So
hmm
on YouTube, there'll be nothing. On
Yep.
Twitch, hey Aquatic, how you doing, baby? Uh, on Twitch, I think it depends on when they log in. I
I
don't know.
see.
So I
hmm
know that I think there's like a little ad at the beginning, and it does on YouTube. I don't. I just don't really pay attention to
Very
that.
good.
Terrible, terrible. So you
No,
spoke
no, no.
up, you lazy bastard. No, no. What time is it there? It's probably like stupid o'clock in the morning. Hey. So we are here.
Hello, Aquatic. How are you?
Narcotic, if you haven't seen this before, here it is.
We're here to create mayhem. 4:33 in the morning. Well done for getting up early to watch us. Thank you very much.
Well, now I know I feel uncomfortable, you feel uncomfortable, we all feel uncomfortable. This stupid thing will not stay on. So please ignore me if I'm redoing this by every 3 fucking seconds. And it's hot as anything, and I'm wearing PVC. So I'm doing this for you guys. This is for you. So we're going to be talking about a whole pile of bits and pieces today, but mostly about asylums and outdated medical shit. So if you want to chat about it, if you want to give your 2 cents, if you want to bring up something that you want us to talk about or that you want us to look into while we're here, let us know. Um, because that's fucking basically what we're doing. So
Yeah, and please let us know because otherwise I'm going to talk endlessly because you start me off on any topic and I just don't shut up, as the mistress knows.
that's very true. Doesn't matter. He's got to stuff something in his mouth. Actually, I do have a ball gag in here. So, unfortunately, he's very far away from me. I'll have to post it. I might get there by next week.
Mistress, mistress, mistress.
I'll have to get there and like put
Really?
up a whole pile of bits. Indeed. Hello, Caspian. My little buzz buzz. How you doing? Obviously, my cat just came in. All right. So, hello, Caspian. Everybody worships Caspian.
As I always say, ladies first.
Oh, well, that's just a fucking picture. It's not any particular asylum. It's just something that I did. So it's like a amalgamation of a whole pile of different places. So yeah, look at the pretty picture. So first of all, we're going to
Looks
be talking about. Hmm?
it
Say
looks like
what?
pretty much any abandoned asylum.
Exactly.
It actually reminds me of pictures I've seen of one in suburban Melbourne.
Oh yeah,
Something may even be that one.
it could be. Except I did it. So I pulled in bits and pieces from all different pictures that I saw, and just made a thingy. I fucked it up.
You made a
Sorry.
collage.
Pretty much. Yeah. I will maybe show
Yes.
kind of my boobs, but it's like this small shirt that's just kind of pushed it all in, and it's that they're feeling like they're in an asylum right now. So please don't
Well,
judge
I'm
me on
sure
that.
I'm sure the more you play, the more subscribers we'll get. So go
Yeah,
for it.
I'll tell you what. If you guys pay some bits, I'll play with. No, that's not what we're doing. Yeah, I've just got to let my cat out. Hang on a second. So I can still talk, obviously. Thank God for fucking Bluetooth. We're going to let's have a look at the next thing I've got going on here. Hang on. You beat Spider Man. Spider Man, he got 100% complete. Good job, you. Is it Spider Man Miles Morales? I don't know what that is. Is that like a? I mean, I'm 100% rooting for you, but is that that a game? I'm assuming it's a game. In which case, woo! I couldn't even finish a single game last night, could I? That's not my fault though. Here we go. It's a beautiful picture of the sitting room in a nurse's home, Willow Court Asylum in Tasmania. David, do you know about this one and whereabouts and
This
anything about it?
Willow Court is the oldest continually operating asylum in the Southern Hemisphere.
Oh, shit.
It started in the late 1820s and was closed down in 2000.
Oh,
It's the only
really?
one that has operated. Yes, it's the only one that has operated continually on the
Mm,
same site for that entire period of time. It actually predates Port Arthur in its establishment. It
mm.
was originally known as the New Norfolk Invalid Depot, and this was the sitting room within the nurses' home. Now, when they say nurses' home, back in the day, nurses actually used to live on site at hospitals, especially back in the day because they were not allowed to be married. And so
Oh,
this was
okay.
sort of their recreation room. It wasn't until
So why were they
basically
not
the
allowed to be
19...
married? Because
It was just the rules.
women aren't allowed.
Uh,
Women weren't allowed to work when they were married, were they? As soon as they got
that's
married, it was
correct,
like,
yes.
that's your job now. Hump your husband, make
Yep,
babies.
basically, yeah. And it was only
Hi,
until
Snazzy.
the late 1960s, early 1970s that the prohibition on marriage was lifted.
Well, there you go. Like, I mean,
Mhm.
it'd be great for lesbians.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. We all have to live together and wear nurses outfits. Do, 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 do. Hey, Snazzy, thanks for joining us. We're talking about asylums and medical stuff and stuff like that, like outdated medical stuff, not like, you know, going to
Hey,
the
Snaz, how
fucking
you
dentist.
going?
And yes, holy heck, I'm assuming you're talking about the beautiful picture here, which you are seeing that, fuck it. I don't know. I've got too many screens. Women were not expected to work when married. Yes, exactly. Their husbands were meant to provide for their women. And now we all just do what the fuck we want. Sorry, I got distracted. Um, terrible. Yeah, so it's one of those things, isn't it?
Branching off topic slightly,
Oh,
has
this is
Sovereign Hill,
Snez. She's very passionate. Hey,
Snaz or
hey.
Cat or Aquatic, have you been to Sovereign Hill at Ballarat?
Yes, I have once upon a time, but not for, you know, 700 years or something.
The teacher in the schoolroom, um, completely in character, tells
Mm,
any young woman that comes in there that their job is to find a husband and marry. They're only being taught enough so that they can learn to balance the family budget
yep.
and know what prices are.
It's so fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Like things that they were taught, you know, how to cook and clean and how to be polite and how to be subservient. Sounds horrifying.
I'm not. Look, I'm just not going to say anything there. I'm just going to let that go through to Lakeepa because no matter what I say, I can't win here.
No, that's not. There's
I
no winning
am,
that.
I am already outnumbered. I am already outnumbered. I am just going to bow out gracefully of this argument, and we
Well,
shall
thank you.
move on to the next slide.
I didn't see an argument, did you? No. All right, let's move on. So, does anyone know what this is? Because I had no, well, apart from the obvious what it is. Like, does anyone have any idea? I had no idea when I was first sent it, but
Are we going to have any guesses? Put it up in the chat, folks. If you know
well,
what this represents, put it up in the chat.
and if you don't put it up in the chat
No?
too, like just guess something random, like maybe it's a knob polisher. Yep, and then it turns around because you know those things they used to turn around and the spin. Maybe it's a knob polisher. That's going to be a fucking thing, isn't it? That's going to be on the internet later on. Me saying knob polisher. Good.
Yes, you're correct, Snez, but what is the reference to
Oh,
medicine?
we've got someone saying blood and bandages.
Yes. Good one,
Blood and
Susie Q. Good
bandages.
one. Good one,
Nice
Susie
job.
Q.
Susie Q. Hi, Susie. We'll talk to you one day. Can't wait to video chat you. Blood and bandages. That is correct. And why is that,
Yes.
David? Why is that?
Okay, so until the early 1800s, barbers also doubled as surgeons. So if you had injured yourself or something like that and you needed an operation, you would go
Mm,
and see your local barber because your doctor, all he did was prescribe compound medicine, and your barber
heroin.
was the one that did surgery. Heroin,
Oh, the
yes, it was quite
heroin.
popular in the day. Hmm. Heroin, laudanum, Sweeney Todd. Yes, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
You're
Now
spot
I've got
on,
to watch that
Snez.
movie. You know that, Snezzy. You know I've got to watch that movie now. As soon as anyone mentions Sweeney Todd, I've got one of his straight razors from the movie Sweeney Todd, and
Yep,
I, it's in storage. But I do have one, and I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be showing
we've
it
got
on this.
I've, I've got one sitting around somewhere close by.
I don't know if we're
We
allowed to
found
show
the other
that
day.
because it's considered a it could be considered an illegal thing in somewhere. We have to be
Straight
careful with
razors are still
legalities.
used.
Oh yes, that's true. Let's do it together. Yes, Snezzy, I will definitely do it with you.
Next slide, Mistress. Next slide.
Someone's being a bit bossy. What is this, and why do you need one? Does anyone have any ideas? Like it looks like a monkey's face if you look at it without wearing your glasses, which is what I'm doing. Looks kind of like a closed-eyed monkey face, like one of those meditative monkeys in cartoons. From an environmental perspective, oh yeah, it would chastity belt. It is. It is to stop patients from masturbating. So people, men, this is just for men. I want to see how. Anyway, um, who were chronic masturbators would be putting one of these. I think
Did you
that.
do you also know that there is something called anti-masturbation gloves?
Oh yeah, don't they have like? Oh, they're like mittens. Not
Yes,
mittens.
yes.
I'm pretty sure I could still. You can still work with that. People can work with
Well,
anything.
they're just like a big circle on your hands, so
You can work with a
you
circle.
really we could, you couldn't.
I bet you I bloody could. I,
Okay,
I bet you I could.
okay, so
I'm
it
not.
sounds like a challenge that I have to track down a pair and send to you.
I think that sounds amazing. And then there's definitely going to be no footage of it, but I will let you know if I figure it out or not. And I'll draw pictures. I'll get some diagrams and be like, it's something like this. I'm not doing things not to say on camera. Oh my lord, my lord, my lord.
We're 14 minutes into our stream, everybody, and we've already descended into the disgusting. We are terrible. We
We're
are
meant to.
absolutely shocking. Of course, we're meant
Oh,
to.
snares. Oh my god. All I can think of is a line from a movie. Oh, that's gonna chafe my willy. Yeah, that's from Men in Tights. When he sees her in the thing in the chastity thing, and he was gonna do the big R to her, and he's like, oh well, mm. Yeah, I know that one. Okay, what is this one? Uh, yeah, that's a good idea. If you have to say on the package, if you are going to send me some, if you find anything or anything ridiculously embarrassing on the package, you have to write this contains, you know, elderly vaginogorical stuff. I don't know, whatever. Masturbatorium stuff. So this is obviously
So
not a
come on,
masturbatorium thing. I mean, I don't know
so come on, folks in the chat.
what your kink is, but I'm pretty sure this isn't it. But if it is, then
The
I'm not
mistress
touching
and
it.
I both know what this is. So come on,
Yeah.
folks in the chat, have a guess. Come on,
Mm,
Susie, have a guess.
come on, Susie.
Snaz, come on.
It's
Nobody's
pretty
willing to have a
exciting.
shot this time.
No, like what it looks like if you could sit there and just randomly think about it. They're not medieval torture devices, darling. These are medical devices. It is pretty scary, but I mean, if you look at it in a different way, you can think of it as like maybe like a look kind of like a tattooing thing, or you could use it to like make hemp, like knitting, but it's not. It's not a back scratcher. It is a leech, like a medical leech.
A mechanical leech.
So instead of using leeches, they decided, going down the backyard and getting some leeches. That's not as cool. Make one of these bad boys, jam it on in, bleed them out. Designed
You'd have
specifically
to be
by
very
vampires for vampires, just so you know. It's true. I read it on the internet. I
you'd
haven't
have
made
to
the
be very
Wikipedia fix
careful
it,
where you placed it.
especially if you were in a masturbatorium. Hashtag
Yes, mistress.
masturbatorium. Oh god. Medical medieval basically the same
Ah,
thing.
dearie, dearie me.
Fuck,
Dearie, dearie
this
me.
is terrible. Okay. All right. Yeah, we just got a few of these just to have it because we were having a chat about it. We were talking about the different things that they used to use. And we just saw these and we were just chatting about them going, do you have any fucking idea what these are? And I said no to the ones that I sent. David said no to the ones that I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. All right, this one. This one has had a few different. I've sent this to some people. People that I have spoken to about it do not mention what it is. But because I did send it to a couple of people because we all thought it looked like something else. Well, I don't. I mean, I don't think they really cared
Suze,
for
come
the
on, have a
photos.
guess.
I mean, it goes like this, and then they go. I haven't seen one working.
No, Snez, it's not a speculum, unfortunately. That would be rather uncomfortable.
Unfortunately, fortunately,
No, I said fortunately.
I've seen the ones they use today, and we know how fun they are. Which reminds me, party at my house on Saturday. Everyone bring your speculum. Um, so bad.
Ah, dearie, dearie me.
Oh my god. No, they're not for birthing either. Would you like to say what they are, David? Do you remember what they are?
They are for removing tonsils.
Mm-hmm. How
So
fucked up is
the
that shit?
little prongs grip to the side of the tonsils and then they snip them off with a scalpel.
Callie, feel free to shove it. Callie said, "Cat, feel free to stop talking." So I just told her to shove it. Um, Pulling babies out. Little wee babies. Come on, babies. Anyway, no,
For,
no.
any, for anybody that wants to see some rather interesting medical devices of yesteryear,
Mm.
Cryal Castle at Bendigo has an amazing exhibition on old medical devices. If you
Oh,
happen to
really?
be in that part of Victoria, well worth going for a visit.
There you go. If you're in Bendigo, go and do that. And if you're going to Bendigo, send me something pretty. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to Bendigo. Bendigo? I've never been to go. That was really bad. I know. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Here we go. Port Arthur Hospital. Beautiful picture. This one. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is the kind of photography I do. Like, it's not my photo, but this is the kind of shit I love to do. Like old, like shit.
Okay,
Anyway,
so can anybody in the chat have a guess what Port Arthur Hospital used to be called?
Snaz definitely go and get me gifts. All the gifts. Every gift in the world. Sorry. I just, yeah. Choose Faith No More. What song from Faith No More are you killing?
So
Obviously,
nobody
I
has
missed
any
the point.
guesses?
I've got nothing coming through. Rude.
Susie, are you going to have a guess?
I'm gonna say Merlin's Tower. I don't know because it looks
Not
kind of
quite,
like something
not
cool.
quite.
Why
It was
not?
called the House of Death because 99% of the time, if a prisoner went into that hospital, they did not come out.
That is hella
And
awesome.
another
I mean,
interesting fact is
not
back
for
in the
them.
day when the hospital was in operation, um, they would remove the bandages off one patient and then put them on the next patient without them even being washed.
Uh,
So infection transfer was rife. And of course, a lot
mm-hmm.
of patients would have died not from their wounds, but from septicemia caused by secondary infections that they
Yeah.
had picked up off another patient because they just literally lifted the bandages off one person and put them on someone else.
Yeah, it's like those doctors that you didn't believe in soap. They're like, no, soap is going to, germs don't attach to my hands, and we refuse to wash their hands. And like just go from
Yes,
one patient to
basically,
another
yeah.
patient, germs and whatnot. Like, it's so fucking crazy how much of that stuff you just you look at it and go, what the? Oh. Like, I understand that you like as they learned new things, learned that germs were a thing. Diseases that can pass from blood are now a thing. Like as we learn more and more, I reckon like it's just so weird looking back and going thinking how stupid they were. No, not stupid, ignorant. And then thinking in 100 years, what would they be thinking about our medical practices? Like they'll be sitting there going, oh, they, treated cancer with bloody, you know, chemo treatments. What idiots? Do you know what I mean? Like it's going to be really,
Well,
yeah. I know now I'm talking about time travel,
Kelly,
but that's what
Kelly,
we
you're
should be
spot
doing.
on. It's only been hygiene has only really been something in the way of surgical hygiene and hygiene treatment of wounds and things like that. It's only been something in the last 125 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Before that, it just wasn't considered.
Yeah, definitely.
Infection via secondary purposes just was not considered.
No, it's
So
crazy.
you're spot on, Kelly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And we got, do we know the history of penicillin? Well, they, was it? No, I know I did know this once upon a time, which means I don't know it now because it's pointless. It was something to do with, no, no idea.
History of penicillin. Penicillin was
Yeah.
discovered during the Second World War when the scientist actually finished work on the Friday and wasn't due back in the lab till Monday, and he forgot to wash the petri dishes before he left.
Oh,
And when he came back in on the Monday to start work, he noticed that there was mold growing on the petri dishes. And when he examined it, he found the particular mold spore was penicillin,
okay.
which, when he then touched it on another petri dish, killed the infection. And that's how they actually discovered it.
That's cool.
It was a, it was
See,
a, it was a byproduct.
that's awesome. That like
Mm.
that's the thing. Like some of these things are just randomly found. Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't that straightforward. But you just said recent debate. I mean, I don't. If people debating things at the moment that happened so long ago is literally people just going, oh, maybe I think this. I don't. They don't know anything. They weren't there. If they were there, then I'd listen. But if they weren't there, you don't know.
I'll just warm up my time machine and we'll go backwards a little way, shall we? And we'll see what we can
You
discover.
have a time machine. You've been holding out on me.
I do. Yeah, I do. I do.
I thought we were
It's
fucking
called my
friends. I'm
wardrobe.
leaving. I'm. It's just. You want me to climb into your wardrobe? Creep. I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm leaving. I don't want to borrow this anymore. No, I'm actually just getting on a plane. I'll be in your wardrobe in a couple of hours, 12 or
No
something.
problem. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Next
Cancer is
slide,
treated.
Mistress.
Cancer is treated with mustard gas. That's what Susie Q just said. Cancer is treated with mustard gas. There you go.
Well, there you go.
Buy timeshares into a time machine.
Yes. It's got to be big
That's
enough
a
to bring
joke.
plenty of items back with, though.
TARDIS, TARDIS, TARDIS.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
I'm good.
But doesn't the
Oh,
TARDIS only travel sideways in time, not back and forth?
no, oh my God, relative time intervention in space. It does everything. Haven't you watched the new Doctor Who? They travel backwards and forwards in time. They travel sideways. They travel different dimensions. They do all this shit. Then they travel in
I
different
haven't
dimensions a few different times.
I haven't watched Doctor Who since the early 80s.
Well, I'm just letting you know they can go backwards and forwards in time. They meet Shakespeare. They meet Agatha Christie. You should definitely get back in it. Now, I feel like I should, if I decide that this is getting too sweaty, which is possible, I'll put on my Doctor Who t-shirt.
Okay.
One of them. I don't know which one, but that could take a while. Okay, next slide. What is the significance of this hospital design? It
Let's
kind of,
see who can pick this up.
it looks like a spaceship. I mean, look at it. Like, there's the, the bottom near where the words are, that's the front. And then the
I
wings,
shall look it up, Kelly. Thank you.
spaceship.
All right. So, is anybody going to have a guess on this building design? It is a hospital.
No, not Jodie. Oh, look, I haven't seen Jodie Whittaker. I'm sorry, but just go David Tennant, please. David Tennant. David Tennant is the king. No, it's not a serial sister.
No,
My mum
no,
was in
it's
Doctor
actually
Who. My mum wasn't in Doctor Who. She saw them making Doctor Who. She used to see them because
this
they used to
is
just do it out in the
actually
middle of somewhere, and it was just people in boxes.
this is actually a hospital design by a doctor, Dr. Kirkbride. He
Kirkbride.
was Kirkbride. He was a doctor in the a psychiatrist in the 1840s, and Dr. Kirkbride, like many of his contemporaries, was a Quaker. Now, Quakers are a religious sect
Hmm.
that believe in doing the best for their fellow man. And after the horrors that Dr. Kirkbride saw in the asylums, especially in New York, and also what he saw when he travelled to London and went to Bethlehem Asylum, when he went back to the US, he thought there has to be a far better way to treat these people. And he came up with this design of the building, which is a building radiating out in wings off both sides of the central area. And one of the big features of this was they had wide open verandas. They had lots and lots of windows that could open to allow plenty of natural light and natural air into the building.
Hmm.
And he was considered to be the first reformer in psychiatric care. Now, most of the asylums that were built during the 19th century, this was the style that they were built on because it was considered to be the last word in building design for that period of time.
Okay. It is absolutely beautiful. Like it's gorgeous the way it is. But yeah, it looks like a spaceship. I'm laying down on a spaceship. Could still be a spaceship. You don't know.
Yeah, yeah. But
No, that's
unfortunately,
awesome.
in the late 1860s to early 1870s, psychiatry changed
Oh,
again,
I just have a
and we went
question.
away from
Is it an aerial plan or a floor plan?
that's a floor plan.
Floor plan. There you
That would
go. Yeah.
be
See,
an
yeah, because there's a
overhead
room set
elevation.
up and yeah, room setups
Yeah,
and all that sort of stuff. So you can definitely see
yeah.
where the rooms are, where the um, yeah, you can
No,
see where the
says
WC.
it's not a cross
You can see
section.
where the
No.
double. You can see where the WCs are. You can see where the stairs are. The stairs going up there. There's up there. There's the. Sorry, I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't
That's
be
all
going
right.
through construction. Like I used to work in construction and saw a lot of floor plans. So you sit there and you're like, yeah, that's there and that's there and that's yeah. This this room measures this.
All right. If
So
you work in constructions, where's the grid line?
I used to work in construction.
Yeah, where's the grid line?
There's no grid line.
Well, I've only got a thumbnail, so I can't see it. But there'd be grid lines there.
It is literally that. Oh, I got it. There you go, one dead mosquito. Um, it's just no. It's just a bloody thing. Anyway, it's
Moving
just a
on.
little picture. Yes. Moving on. All right.
Moving on.
Oh, it's the same one. And this is the picture of the hospital the other way. So yes, on your phone, swipe through. Yeah, no, it does make sense because it does look like it, but you can see like closer. But what have I done today? Why do mosquitoes want to eat my flesh? Look at this. We're already up to this.
So
We're already up to
this
this slide.
so this slide is just the design of what the buildings actually were, what you would have seen in the 1840s, 1850s, and early 1860s when they were building
Mm.
asylums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except I would not particularly have liked to have been in one, especially after the 1870s. And
No,
if anybody
I didn't even
has
want to be
not
one
read it,
beforehand.
there's a book that I urge anybody that has any interest in the care of psychiatry. It's called Mad in America. It's quite an eye opener, let me say.
I will put a link to something about that in the about for the video.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone forgets it or just wants to know later on, it'll be in the about section. All right, cool. That is epic. Yes, it is definitely. Oh my gosh, there's so many different things that like are out there, and it's just absolutely ridiculous Does anyone have anything else that they want to like? I just got another thing here saying great mental hospital movies or great hospital movies, whatever. Now we can just talk shit for a little bit.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I know
you
it's one of those
you must,
classics.
you must, you must. Nurse Ratchet. Oh
I
my
know.
fucking
I
god.
know about her and stuff, but like I just haven't seen it. I know everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Kat, you watch this stuff all the time.
What
Why
a
haven't you watched that?"
sadistic bitch.
Clockwork Orange. Yeah, Clockwork Orange does kind of work because they do the Gothic. Oh, fuck yes. Okay, I'll start with the bloody Clockwork Orange. I didn't realize this was so noise cancelling because now that I've taken this one ear off, I can hear myself very loudly. Um, Clockwork Orange, yeah, because they do all the what's it called? Brainwashing and stuff like that to make him not go around, raping people and eat drinking milk. I assume he probably still would drink milk. Like, calcium's a big thing. I should contact Stanley Kubrick about that. And then we've got one that says Gothica. Oh my god, have you seen Gothica?
No, I have not.
It is insane. So it is about a Halle Berry character who is a doctor. She's a psychiatrist. She's
Yes.
married to
Mm-hmm.
the chief of hospital, whatever the fuck you call him, big man on campus. And
Medical superintendent.
she wakes up one day in the like in the asylum, and it is not like the stuff that goes on there. It's hectic and everything like that. So it's really really aggressive, especially near the ends and what's going on. But yeah, Shutter Island is amazing. That's so good. Leo does such a great job there. Have you
American
seen?
American Horror Story Asylum.
Oh, I love that. The first time I saw that, I was in Queensland. I was meant to be coming home
Mm-hmm.
from my friend's wedding. JJ, if you see this, it was your wedding. I was stuck there in a hurricane. No planes, no
Okay.
anything. Everything was flooded.
Mm-hmm.
Trees were literally falling. And that was that was what was on. I saw on TV. I was just like, oh, it was the
Yeah.
scariest thing because of the situation as well. But I still love it. It's still my favorite series. What's the one I'm thinking of? It's called. I had this written down too, and I talk about it all the time. Fucking shit. I will Google it because I can do what I want. Girl Interrupted is amazing. Do you know Girl Interrupted was considered one of the true visual, like true encapsulations of what happens within a mental hospital? Because I mean, it's not all, and that's in the 1970s, I think it was, because it's not all just fucking torture and shit. Like sometimes it's literally just boring as fuck, and people are just sitting there and they're not allowed to leave their rooms, and you know, it's all ridiculous. Um, what am I doing? Yeah, remember. So yeah, that's definitely true. If you can just save it, if you can have a look at the comments and just save it, and you can come through while I'm trying to find this one. Oh, I remember it. Stonehurst Asylum. If you
Stonehurst
haven't,
Asylum.
if you haven't watched it, you need to. It is. Give me a minute. I remembered it as soon as I started looking for it. So, Kate Beckinsale. It has
Snares, I
Ben
was about to touch on
Kingsley.
that.
It's got Ben
I was
Kingsley.
about to
It's got
touch on
heaps
that,
of people.
Snares.
What was that? I haven't got the name yet. Penny
I was just
Dreadful.
about to.
Yeah,
I was just
Penny
about
Dreadful is
to
very good.
ask the mistress whether she'd seen it.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
watching
Penny
it
Dreadful's
again.
awesome.
We're just started watching season 3 last night
Mm. Oh,
for the
it's so
second
good.
time. But yeah,
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 it's so good.
and series 1 where Vanessa is put in the asylum.
Yeah. Oh
Typical
shit.
late 1800s asylum. Very typical.
Doctor
Very
Who
typical.
Shakespeare episode. Bedlam Asylum. Bring it
Ah,
in.
no, no, it's ah ah
Bedlam
technical
Hospital.
error.
Bedlam Hospital. Bedlam
Technical error.
Hospital.
Technical error. It's not Bedlam.
Ah, no, that's what they called it. That's what the people in the
Mm.
town called it. It wasn't called that. It was Bethel something. It was something. But that's what people just generally called it, like a nickname, because people would go crazy.
Do you know why that came about?
Because people would be
Because
crazier when they went in than when they were outside.
well, back in the day, to raise money the medical superintendent of Bethlehem opened the gates and would allow people to come and stare at the freaks, and he would charge the people a penny per person entrance. And one of the visitors, when they left, said that place was absolute bedlam, and the name stuck like shit to a blanket. And several hundred years later, we're still using it.
Yeah, Callie, they do mention it as Bedlam and Bethlehem. So where they're saying Bethlehem, then they say Bedlam. They do. You can go have a look at the episode again because they do. And then he goes, "Why do you call it Bedlam?" There's a whole thing about it. But it is like they mention it as both names. So just yeah, we're both right. You finished watching it recently, Penny Dreadful, and you cried. I know, right? Mm.
It's a damn good series. It's one of the best horror series that's been done in recent
Oh, it's
times.
so beautiful. And
It
like when I
really
first
is.
randomly came across it when it, I think it'd come out. The first season had just come out, and I randomly came across it, and I was just like, I binged it in like a day, like just sat there and
Mm.
just watched it. And then I think a couple of days later I did it again. Like I loved it so much. I love the characters, I love the actors. I love like one of the actors in it looks a lot like one of my ex-boyfriends, and absolutely wonderful person. They look so similar. It was really kind of cool. I messaged him. I was like,
Very
hey, this is you.
interesting. Very interesting that one of the leads was a James Bond too.
Mm, mm. Which James Bond? I don't watch James Bond.
So, so Malcolm Murray was played by Timothy Dalton, who was a Bond.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know who Timothy Dalton is. I didn't know he was a Bond. I know nothing
Yeah,
about James Bond
yeah.
at all. I'm
I think he
very
did
young.
too.
Oh, we've got an ad break apparently, but that's okay because people on YouTube.
We do. We're on ad 4 of 4. We've got 30 seconds to
Well,
run.
I'm going to change my top because this is kicking my ass. So I'm
No
just going to cover up these.
worries.
Oh my
20
gosh, it's
seconds.
so
Quick,
hot.
quick, quick.
No, it's all right. They can deal with me. I'm still talking. They used to be doing this. It's like a comment that I'm like, oh fuck this shit. You had the outfit for 2 seconds. Now you can deal with something else. Oh, and how many times did I change my outfits the other day? I have to do a thing like how many outfits do I wear?
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back,
Thank you for
everyone on Twitch.
bearing with us during the ads.
Changing my clothes as
The
per
mistress
you.
has just decided to remove her clothing.
Like she always does. We all know she's a bit like that.
Yes,
Especially
yes,
my friends,
yes.
we know I'm a bit like that. Just in general.
Which Dracula there, Snez? Which movie version? Because there's been
Dracula.
so
Oh, the
many of them.
series, the TV series.
Series. Okay, right.
Yeah, it's so good. That monastery is so fun. Like I really like. The only thing that really annoyed me about that series is that the last bit, which I'm not spoiling anything for anybody. I'm just saying the last bit gave me the shits.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear a tick tick and a cat.
Hang.
What's going on? Is someone
Yep.
playing with
Just
a
hang
pussy?
on. Just hang on 1 second.
Someone's playing with. Hey,
Come
everybody.
here.
Someone's playing with a pussy.
No, no, he's taken off. He does not want to say hello. He wants to annoy me, but he doesn't want to say hello.
Sounds about right. Yeah, it's really very good. It is very good. What other ones do I really like? So I tend to watch Shutter Island regularly, Sonos Asylum regularly. I'm trying to think of random ones that people
Yes,
wouldn't
Snez.
know. Yeah, we Stephen's
He
got
does that
lots of
regularly,
pussy too.
Snez.
Yeah, we all love our
He does
pussy
that
around here.
regularly.
We've got
He's an
plenty.
old
We
boy.
got plenty of pussy. Yeah. Oh.
He's like me, Snez. He's an old boy. He's grouchy. So what could you say? When you get to his age, you're entitled to be
You're
a
allowed
bit
to be.
grouchy and a bit demanding.
Yeah, why not? I think everyone's allowed to be grouchy and a bit demanding, to be honest. Well, I mean, children are, babies are. At what point do you stop being allowed to be grouchy and demanding and then start again? Like, what, it must be like 17 you're allowed to be again? And then, because, you sit there and go, oh, they're just, you know, hormonal.
I've
And
always
then,
I've always been grouchy and demanding.
me too.
Ask anybody
I'm never
that's
going to stop.
ask anybody that's dated me.
Anyone that's dated David, please let me know. Remember, this is going to be on every social media platform, so please contact me. Sorry, Suzuki.
Yeah, good on you, Susie. I didn't realise it was a full moon.
It's an old, it's a full moon. Oh my gosh. Well, being old is one thing. At least it's not a,
Who are we? Who are we talking? Are we talking about me? Or are we talking about Pers?
talking about anything.
She's not going to respond. Good on you, girl. Good on you.
Oh my goodness gracious. You have an abusive feline. You have a aggressive pussy, do you? Please write in with your dating. Yes! Oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. So Snez just put in a thing saying, please write in with your dating horror stories for the next episode. Horror stories. I actually saw this
Yeah,
video
yeah.
today.
We've all
I
got a
saw,
few of those. We've all got a
yeah,
few dating horror stories.
I saw this video today on YouTube, and it was it's not dating, but and most they're probably all fake anyway, but it's fun. It was people that joined OnlyFans and horror stories. So like there was this one chick who like joined OnlyFans, and someone called in and said, "I'll give you $1,000 to draw this picture on your floor," and she got possessed. I'm like, yeah, that totally happened. Yeah, but it's fun to watch, and I'm happy like to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me what happened next, even if I know it's full of shit. Do you know what I mean? Like it's fun. I like that shit.
And Susie has confirmed it's the cat, not me, that's grumpy and old. I I'm not going
Good job,
to
Susie
comment
Q.
either way there because it's a no-win situation.
I'm just going to say she said
All
what
right,
she had to
Mistress.
say.
She said what
I
she
think
had
that's
to say. Yes,
yeah. That's it. That's the only slides we've got. That's the slides done.
that's our slides done.
And that's done, my friends,
Very
the
good.
beautiful darlings.
Next,
Oh, so,
Mistress. Next.
I don't know. Have you been to any haunted locations? I've been on the Sydney
Plenty.
Ghost tour, so I've gone to places all through. Only the north one. I need to go back and go to the south one. So I was going to do the south one in the same week, but it started raining. So I've gone all through the rocks and stuff like that. I've been in houses. I've not broken into a number of places that are haunted in Canberra because that would be illegal. So I've not done that. So I definitely have not seen them. And I've not gone around there with the camera and not taken pictures. So that didn't happen.
Of course you
Um,
haven't. No, of course not.
Never happened. It did not happen. So I said that. And yeah, a
Hmm.
number of places around Melbourne as well. I did not do that too. Oh, in the
Well,
Old Sydney
I've
jail,
been in plenty. Which jar?
legally. Old Sydney, old
Which
something. Oh, I have to figure it out.
Darlinghurst?
I went there when I was a kid. No, it wasn't in Darlinghurst. It was out. It must have been out west somewhere. I'm pretty sure it wasn't in
Parramatta.
Darlinghurst. Might have been, yeah, somewhere out west.
Yeah, Parramatta
But
jar. Yeah.
yeah, they used to have the It was like a really shitty building, just like clay bricks. The rooms were very small, like little cells. Um, it was very dilapidated, but they use it as a tourist thing. So yeah,
Hmm.
it was very orange.
One of
There was a bit in
the
the middle they used to
one
hang
of
people.
the yeah one of the old jails in the UK, Bodnam Prison, has actually been recently converted into a hotel. It's very haunted. They can carry out a bit over 100 executions there, and they've actually converted it, believe it or not, into a five-star hotel.
Sounds amazing. Oh my god, I once
Mm,
had a booking at a place. It was I wish I knew. But it was somewhere near between here and Victoria. So I'm in Canberra, everybody. Somewhere between Canberra and
yeah.
Victoria in Australia. And it was meant to be one of the most haunted places. And they do like bed and breakfast. I'm like, so gonna go there. I never went. It's a sad story. So yes, someone has to take me to all these places, or you know, um, sponsor me to go, and I'll do videos there. How cool would that be? Oh my god, sponsor us to go to cool places, like haunted places and shit.
SNES, not staying. Nope, nope, nope.
You can stay in
I
your
don't know.
car.
I would be intrigued to.
I'll
try the
protect you.
hotel, but I don't know that I want to start. It'll depend on my mood at the time. Let's say depend on my mood at the time.
100% stay. Because, I mean, it's a hotel. All right, let's think about it this way. There's a hotel. How many people have stayed there before?
Plenty.
Have any of them died? No? Then we're good.
Well, you never know. Previous
Like,
occupants had, but hotel guests
yeah,
maybe
but
not.
exactly the hotel guest. That's what I'm talking about. So, like,
Hmm.
you might get a little bit of something a bit creepy, but like, if it was, bad enough people to die, it wouldn't be open as a hotel. They wouldn't be allowed to open as a hotel.
People
Like, there'd be people dying all over the place. Then they'd have to like sign paperwork, have to tell people, yes, people died. No, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you actually look at things, like, you know,
and people do die in hotels though.
yeah, but it's also
And
online.
then
If you know where to look, it will tell you that this person died in this hotel.
yeah.
They have to like
But do you
explain
really?
all the
But do you really
circumstances you
want
have
to
to
know?
get.
Do you really want to know the bed you're about to shag on the last person died
Yes, yes,
on?
I
Okay.
do.
Add a little bit more intrigue, would it, Mistress?
Oh, a little bit more flavour. That's terrible. Oh my god. All right, guys, I'm hot and I'm dying.
Oh,
So I'm gonna bow out. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get this done. I'm so sorry. I'm like literally melting and I need to get naked and get in a cold spa. So I love you all. Ending a little bit early. Thank you all for coming. And please, if you have any more comments or anything like that, we will go through the comments and anything that we didn't bring up tonight, we will bring up next time. And yeah, feel free to watch. Feel free to. We are on Facebook. We are, I think, on Instagram. If we're not, we will be soon because I think I made the Instagram page, but I'm not sure. We're on Tumblr. We're on all over the place. So come follow, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you want. Just misbehave and have fun. Let us know what to talk about. Right?
and we will see you next week, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Bye, my love.
Have a great night, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.